Holy crap.
Just amazing.
Like, I know, right? Like, you got 3 of us. 3. But, like, it was like the mix of emotions tonight. You were happy. You were sad.
Yeah.
You were shocked. You were just, like, overcome with joy. Like, that was probably the first Mania ever I've been on that was an emotional roller coaster. We got to make room. We got to make this video basically.
I'm sorry, but
Like, we got 15 minutes till he's got to go. But, yeah, we're all going to squeeze in here, but...
Seriously, what the fuck was that?
WrestleMania.
Brock Lesnar actually won.
Yeah, like that. No matter how the night ended, I think that's going to be the talk of the night right there. The Undertaker's streak came to an end. He's 21-1, but what do you guys think about that? I mean, the fan reaction, though, was just unbelievable. No one expected that to happen.
For anyone who's watching this video and lives in the Toronto area, remember when the Leafs lost Game 7 and you had no idea what to feel last May? Felt the exact same way. It was like, you're just in so much shock.
No, it was worse.
You're just overcome with so much emotions. Yeah. You just don't know how to suppress it all. You do not know how to feel after something like that because it's one of those things where you never thought it would happen.
Here's the thing. It was different because with Maple Leafs, you can expect them to fuck up at those times.
But, yeah, go ahead.
But no one's...
Like, the streak, everyone, even up until last year, as early as last year, everyone was just treating it like as if it's impossible to ever beat it, right? And...
Well, just talk about when that referee counted that final 3.
I was literally...
What was your expression? Like,
I was like...
My jaw would not close shut.
I was just thinking to myself, holy shit, it's actually
over? I was
over?
on the floor, literally. And when Paul Heyman was just in the ring and going, oh my god, I was like, okay, maybe that was just some faulty finish. You know, maybe it just seemed like the referee counted 3, but it didn't really happen, right? But
yeah, go ahead.
And as soon as the referee just pointed at Brock Lesnar as the winner and the 21-1 came up, seriously, like...
Or, like, when he's going, like, over, I thought, like, no, like, I made a mistake or something. Like, I thought, like, it was one of those things where you just did not want to believe it happened. Like, not to say the thing, but it's like when you lose someone in your life, when someone passes away. When you hear the news, you do not want to believe that it happened. You think, like, okay, he's still undefeated. Or, like, in the case, that person's still alive. Like, when Paul Bearer died, it was one of those things, same thing, where you didn't believe it. Like, it was like, okay, is this some sort, like, what do you mean, like, he's dead? Like, it's like the streak's dead.
Oh, by the way, Brock Lesnar just went 4-0 against The Undertaker.
The Undertaker has never beaten Brock Lesnar.
No.
Some people say there was a SmackDown match where Undertaker won by countout. I don't think that ever happened, but even if he did, that's a SmackDown match, he won by countout. That doesn't really even matter.
I want to ask you guys something. After that loss, do you feel The Undertaker's career is over?
Yes.
I think so, but I think there'll be another payoff.
Based on what the crowd reaction did, and everyone, Lillian Garcia, the whole commentators.
Yeah, because I don't think he had a really, like, a proper send-off, so I think there'll be something to send him off properly.
Next night on Raw, maybe?
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
But I think that was his retirement match. I mean, I think that's the best way Undertaker can leave, you know, like all legends, you know.
Yeah.
Giving it up
tonight,
finally and putting someone over, even if it's Brock Lesnar, whatever.
Griff, you were to say something?
Tonight, though, I feel like with everything that happened, with Shield getting the win, with Cesaro being incredible in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale,
that was a good match, by the way.
With Bray Wyatt having an amazing match with John Cena, with Daniel Bryan winning the title, it's saying, welcome to the new generation. Like, these are the guys who are going to carry the company for the next 10 to 15 years. The last time I think I saw Mania like that was 21 when Batista and Cena won.
Let's talk about the opening match, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. That might have been one of the best opening matches I've ever seen in any WrestleMania.
Yes.
Still number 2 on my list, Brett and Owen. You can't go over that just because of how good that rivalry was. But this, it's not like it was a close. It was not like, that match was first, that was a clear second. No, it's a close second. This match, it takes my match of the night honors by far. Like, it's one of those things where, it's not even like. It's not like, sure, like, you expected Taker to steal the show. Yeah. He did amazing, but that match, with everything that was going on with that story, they lived up to the animosity.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I could have, like, what happened afterwards with Stephanie's slaps, like, I understand that, but the whole attack after the chair shot with the shoulder, little off-putting.
I agree with Griff. I mean, go ahead. But,
no, you go ahead.
No, I was about to say, like, I mean, Griff has a point. Like, I mean, wrestling-wise, I'd say Triple H versus Daniel Bryan was definitely the best match of the night, but definitely the most talking. I don't know. You could debate it's Daniel Bryan winning the championship, but I think Taker losing his streak is probably slightly...
No one's going to get over that.
No.
I still haven't gotten over it. Probably won't get over it even by tomorrow. I'm not
The
even
six-man tag's not worth talking about, but the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, that was actually a pretty good match.
That's Cesaro saying that, give me my title shot. I'm ready to be with the big dogs.
It was just amazing.
That's what it's saying.
It was just amazing how Cesaro lifted the Big Show over that top rope and just slammed him out. I mean, that was just pure strength.
When I saw it, because I thought a guy like Sheamus could win, but then when I saw Cesaro, by the way, highlight of the match for me wasn't even that. It was Kofi's feet still on the steps. Like, I don't know if they plan. Like, it's going to be one of those things, I guarantee you, no matter what kind of level superstar he is, no matter whether he's job, mid, or top card, or main card, he will always, always do something amazing. And whether it's this Battle Royale, whether it's the Royal Rumble, he will do a move that people will just, like, be like, how the hell did he do that? Like, I want to know, though, like, I wonder, though, tonight, like, Taker talk. Like, I think the thing with that though, like basically it's like sure Daniel Bryan won, but Taker losing his streak is gonna triumph everything. Like with 26, sure Cena got back on the horse and beat Batista, but Shawn Michaels lost. 24, same thing. Taker 16-0, one of the greatest all time, retired, and probably one of the top Mania matches.
Well, you got to remember the Undertaker's been in the WWE for 24 years, and when it gets to a point where you can only wrestle one match a year, I think that's pretty much confirming that your career is pretty much coming to an end.
And
but,
like the fact that it's WrestleMania 30 was the most fitting way to just end it.
Yeah.
It just.
Well, the John Cena Bray Wyatt match, that was actually a really good match, and when I was talking to Griff on the last video, Bray Wyatt in a match with John Cena at WrestleMania, I really think put Bray Wyatt on the map pretty well, regardless.
I mean, I definitely.
The thing
with John Cena, I mean, the whole match was that I knew no matter whether Bray Wyatt loses or wins, he is going to be made to look like a big star. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I just thought that, I mean, even on the night where Undertaker lost, I mean, you just couldn't give Bray Wyatt the win. Like, why not? Just if Bray Wyatt got the win, just think about it. The entire card would have been perfect. That was the only thing that was standing out. And I mean, I don't think it's and I was telling Griffin about this. I know he's a Cena fan. I'm just saying that it's not an accident that Cena's the only one who went over no matter what, right? Because it's like they're so overprotective of him that they just can't give him a loss. Like just have the guy lose. He can get the win at Extreme Rules. He's not gonna lose his fans.
Yeah. I forgot to bring this up. What a great way to open WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh God, yeah. So like you didn't sure expected to see them at some point, but not even like an introduction. Hulk Hogan comes out, you expect him to introduce it or whatever. Like
and
sure, you had that, but it was like this is awesome, and then this is awesome, and then when Rock came out, you're like, this is fucking amazing. Like I love this. Like this, like. Basically, it was a wrestling fan's dream come true.
The Silver Dome erupted.
Honestly,
the Silver Dome was 75,000 fans in fact. The Silver Dome. You guys are lucky.
Yep.
Honestly, when Stone Cold came out, I knew The Rock was coming out for sure because I knew that The Rock was going to be there, and I knew that they were going to do that whole reunion thing. Once Stone Cold came out, it became pretty obvious. So
everyone's going to be all over Hulk Hogan with that Silver Dome comment.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be memes. I'm pretty sure that there's memes already about it. So I mean,
like Steve Austin was taking a shot at him, and
even
Rock.
Michael Cole.
Yeah, like they had to
Hulk
know
Hogan
that.
thinks he's at WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, it's like Hulk Hogan, 27 years later, buddy. But no, with everything that I think though tomorrow night though, like with how Night of Champions in SummerSlam, Daniel Bryan won, but something screwy happened. With his family coming in the ring, with the celebration being like that, there's going to be no screwy thing. Like Triple H can say like, oh, I'm going to find a way to do that. Daniel Bryan's just going to go, no. I'm just now like after the last 3 years with like 4 years of Monday Night Raws, you're just wondering now, like we're surely keep wondering what's happening to WrestleMania. Now I'm like, this is only Raw of the year where I'm like, what's going to happen? Like what? Because the crowd at these shows are always amazing. Because this is one of the only Raws where you get people from all over the world. Because there's people still some people like when I was in like you see from the shirt 2 years ago. Sure, the wrestling air basically Monday and Tuesday, nothing but wrestling fans are in the airport. Like when I was there, my flight back to Toronto from Miami was probably about 80% wrestling fans. Like there were still wrestling shirts, people with WWE belt bags. Like I was in my Edge shirt. Like even Edge's mom was on my flight.
Really?
Yeah, mom and brother.
Well, the Divas match really isn't worth talking about. AJ Lee retains the Divas
I feel like that if
that was the only lackluster match of the night, and honestly, I don't even give a shit because
the crowd's just sitting there like like
Honestly,
they don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, this may
I
sound...
feel bad for the girls that they had to go on after that, though. Even though it's the Divas, I personally feel bad for those girls.
We were
'cause,
all still reeling
here's
from
the
the
good thing
streak
about
coming
it.
to an end.
Yeah.
You know why it was perfectly positioned?
Yeah.
Because it was right after...
You're not going to have
when-
the main event go on after that.
No,
Yeah.
what I mean is that, like, it was perfectly positioned because if it wasn't after Undertaker versus Lesnar, people would have crapped on it.
Mhm.
But the fact that it was after that match, people were still not over the fact that the
They
Undertaker
couldn't
lost.
believe it. They were shocked.
So it was the best way to position it because no one gave a shit about the match, and it's not like they would ever cheered it, right? So they would have booed it otherwise, right? So
Yeah.
And guys,
it makes sense, right?
the moment we've been waiting for a long time, Daniel Bryan finally won the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes!
The WWE World
Yes!
Heavyweight
The
Championship.
WWE.
Yes!
I wonder what the hell the WWE just ate this morning or something like that. I'm not too sure. Like or whenever they decided.
But
to
once
card.
you knew Taker
But they
lose,
actually
you know,
listened to their fans. They finally paid off perfectly.
And look how well the pay-per-view ended up. I mean, it was worth the money.
it was kind of like,
This is definitely one of the top 5 WrestleManias.
oh yeah, it's in
No
there.
doubt.
Like you knew it was 30, you knew it had to be amazing. Because like last year, like sure it was a good pay-per-view, but you're not gonna remember it.
It was too predictable.
28. Like I'll let you guys discuss because until I go to another one, I don't want to discuss it because like what I said in my experience video I made the other day.
Yeah.
There's nothing like WrestleMania. Like it's just your first. It's like your first anything.
This
you understand
was
the metaphor.
definitely, I think, the best WrestleMania since 26.
Daniel Bryan said in a recent interview that he wanted to top The Undertaker's stealing the show from
You
WrestleMania.
did tonight, buddy.
But the thing is, everyone's still going to talk about the streak, so I don't know whether
Yeah.
Daniel
That's
Bryan
the
accomplished
unfortunate,
that
yeah.
or...
Yeah. If it was
Match-wise, he did. He did top the
But
Undertaker's
moment-wise,
match.
that was Taker's.
Moment-wise,
yeah.
I mean, no one really expected the Undertaker to lose, right?
Oh,
So
and I feel
I
like
guess
this is gonna
try
be
next year down the
mainstream news, though. It's gonna be covered everywhere. Like
Twitter's
people-
blowing up already.
Twitter, but no, you're gonna see like ESPN,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Everyone's
Even
gonna be talking about it, no matter what the
non-wrestling,
platform.
even
Non-wrestling fans.
non-wrestling fans will be just
Like non-wrestling fan now, because there's people who were fans back in the 80s and the 90s
Yeah.
who remember Taker, who remember his streak, and now you're gonna have people going like, "What the? Like, holy shit, Taker lost?"
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be.
And
there.
it's such a random number too, because I mean, after he went
21.
21-0, I thought maybe okay may lose it 25-0. Maybe he'll go with 25-1 even if he if he wrestles that long. But 21-1, I just didn't expect it. But it makes sense because the Undertaker did for the longest time want someone to lose to while he leaves, and it makes sense because it doesn't matter so much the streak is 21-1. It's WrestleMania 30, and that's the biggest platform so far.
But altogether, WrestleMania, I give it an 8 out of 10. What about you guys?
I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. I would have given it a 9 if Bray Wyatt went over and the Divas match was a little bit better, even though I didn't really give a shit about it. But it is still part of the show, and because it was the only not so good match of the night, I'll give it an 8.5.
What about you, Griff?
8 point. I gotta go 8.5 as well, just because like I'm gonna say this though right now. Taker had won 10 out of 10 in my books.
Yeah.
And the only thing though that I'm kind of upset about with this show is that I actually missed a 6-man tag, even though it was a 2-minute match. Like I missed the whole intro stuff because I was getting like the food and shit ready.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I just want to go back and watch it and see like what happened.
Honestly, yeah, like I think the 6-man tag they did the best way they could have. Because just imagine if they actually went 8 to 9 minutes,
Yeah.
it would have been not that good of a match because the Kane and the New Age Outlaws, they can't really work with each other that well. you
But
know?
they did it well, so now they can put the Shield over. They did
Yeah,
it
they
so
basically
like them
they served the
like
purpose.
Roman and Dean standing on the top ropes and then having Seth get the pinfall.
Yeah, and honestly, it was a throwaway match to begin with. It was not supposed to be this huge match.
But even like the way the show opened, how they had the big segment, then they had the Daniel Bryan Triple H match, and then they had this. It was kind of like it's kind of like in 25 when I remember Triple H saying this in Night Kingdom Come, how him and Orton had to go on after Taker and Shawn. Kind of same thing.
Yeah, and also like the fact that I even forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry, but but it's kind of like Brock Lesnar versus Big Show. I mean, it was a short match, but it was the best thing they could have done. They had Brock Lesnar just basically destroy Big Show. Who cares if it was 1 minute long?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
did you want it to go 15, 20 minutes and bore the shit out of us? Like,
Exactly.
All I can say
it served
is,
its purpose, right? So this
Yeah.
6-man tag match served its purpose.
like, all I can say to WWE is congrats on a successful WrestleMania. You truly delivered. I mean, you had great moments.
Yeah. And this time
everything
actually,
everything was all
and I actually
everything good
ordered
was all
it.
together.
And I actually ordered it this time, so I mean,
and it was worth it.
it was worth it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't Actually, so I was actually expecting a good show. I mean, if I was streaming it, I don't really give a shit that much, you know.
I've never streamed a WrestleMania. 24 pay-per-view, 5, 6, 7 pay-per-view, 28 in person, 29 I watched by myself down here. It was just kind of boring as well because I'm just sitting here like, nah, whatever.
So you streamed it 29.
No, well, not this TV, but this was the first WrestleMania in HD that I watched, though.
Yeah. Altogether, wonderful WrestleMania.
Altogether, wonderful WrestleMania. Hope to have you guys in more videos down the road. And you'll see me back tomorrow night for Raw, and then these guys sometime in the future. We out of here. Bye, guys.
Peace.